Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Wednesday, so it's to another Encyclopedia Dramatica reading. So let's read up on the article of Ethan Klein, or H3H3. I unsubscribed to them and their podcast channel for for about a year now. I've been unsubscribed for about a year because I found their content stale and I'm just not interested anymore. So we're going to read up on them on the ED. So this is basically about Ethan Klein, not the actual H3H3. We might do that in another video. So Ethan Klein is a money hungry kiki, as well as the physical manifestation of Reddit, and is responsible for the creation of H3H3 Productions. Ethan and Ela, that's another one I unsubscribed from, and the H3 podcast alongside his autistic wife Ela Klein. He gained a following in 2016 when he used to be good, during the surge of commentary cancer dominating YouTube at the time. Though he will deny it, Ethan built his career by shitting on other people, which is true. Pretty sure that was the whole point of being a commentary channel, as if custom in the commentary community. He has since stopped making YouTube videos in favour of his no effort dogshit podcast, in which he spews out his shitty political views and at the same time proving how incredibly stupid, egoistic and unfunny he is. Despite being the most mind-numbingly boring podcast ever created, it continues to maintain its large audience of children and regularly interviews actual celebrities and comedians such as Bill Burr, Andrew Yang, Post Malone and several others. Not that important celebrities then. Despite portraying themselves as poor, this podcast had made both Ethan and Ela incredibly rich. He also likes to whine about how depressed he is, lol. I'll just check my recording levels quick. Yeah, that's fine. So this is not a very long article. I'll see if I can get rid of it really quickly. Beef with Pyrocynical and Leafy is queer. God, that's an old channel, that is. They're both old channels. Pyrocynical doesn't upload anything anymore, only streams. After Leafy is queer accidentally mocked some retarded guy, Ethan decided to jump on the bandwagon of hate and make a video shitting of Leafy. After saying that he is friends with Leafy, and proceeds to backstab the fuck out of and call Leafy the worst thing on YouTube, and arsehole, cancer and shits on Leafy for 6 full minutes, while all the while virtue signalling. Leafy then exposed Ethan for the backstabbing Jew that he is, leaking DMs in which Ethan sucks Leafy's cock, just a month before releasing the hit piece. So it's all fucking planned. You know, it's like fucking all YouTube drama is planned nowadays. Even though this was a good few years ago, by the way, like 2000s or something. I can't remember. Or 2020, not 2000. YouTube wasn't around back then. Just a month before releasing the hit piece, Leafy also released DMs wherein Ethan relentlessly shits on Pyrocynical, despite pretending to be the unbiased nice guy / policeman of YouTube, likely in an effort to get on Leafy's good graces. In conclusion, Ethan Klein is a manipulative psychopath that will use his friends for monetary gain and then discard them at the first opportunity. Lawsuit with Matt Hoss. That was something that I have seen a video of. That was when I was still subscribed to him. Back when Ethan gave a shit about his H3X3 Productions YouTube channel, he made a video reacting to the work of some faggot named Matt Horse. Matt Horse is a pathetic virgin that has never been found attractive by a woman in his entire life. So he makes fucking dreadful videos equivalent to that of a softcore porn, wherein he pays actresses to touch his disgusting body and pretend that they're attracted to it. Isn't that what TikTokers do? Pretty sure. After Ethan made a video mocking this degenerate Hoss, feelings were so hurt that he went ahead and sued Ethan for copyright infringement in an attempt to silence Ethan and as well as protect his extremely fragile ego. Since the outcome of this lawsuit could negatively impact the entire website, because Ethan's potential loss could open the gates for further false claims of copyright infringement, the entirety of YouTube banded together and raised money for Ethan's defense. Leafy is here. Ethan himself even donated $1,000 to Ethan's defense fund, although it later came out that DJ Kelly Keemstar, in other words, convinced him to do it to improve Leafy's perception by the community. After slightly over a year, Ethan won the retarded lawsuit with Matt Hoss. The defense fund apparently covers all of Ethan's costs and more, so Ethan could use the extra money to create FUPA, or the Fair Use Protection Association. Their Twitter account has been inactive since September 21st, 2016. And what happened to the money meant for the association is anyone's guess. In other words, he spent it all, didn't he? He spent it all on himself. H3 shitcast. Every lazy YouTuber eventually stops making videos, since they require an extremely small amount of effort to make, and instead starts either streaming or podcasting. Ethan chose the latter. All Ethan has to do for a shitty podcast is to show up for 2 hours a week, allowing him to go home and devote most of his time to his masturbation addiction. Skip to 3 minutes 15 for lulls. 3:48 Ela asks him to do no fap, while also giving him the strong fuck me eyes, proving that Ethan does not fuck his wife, but instead masturbates to black.com. Wait a minute, how the hell is she on her second child? I'm pretty sure she has child number 2 by now. I know for a fact that she had a child first of all. The H3 podcast slowly but surely exposed Ethan for the lazy and unfunny comedian hack he is. The H3 podcast relies mostly on bringing on new guests so that Ethan can interview them and gain a large portion of their audience in the process. During Ethan's interviews, he constantly interrupts the guests, where in the middle of answering one of his shitty questions. Ethan also has a strong habit of virtual signalling, attempting to put himself high above the people he talks to. If you haven't noticed, Ethan has a massive ego problem. That is true. Most of the time, Ethan is able to keep it subtle enough that people won't notice his bullshit, but it doesn't always work. Jamie Lee is a sick old pervert dentist who used to make YouTube videos of him mocking black people. It is likely that he was an idiot at some point. Or at least would have been if he was younger. Ethan made a YouTube video mocking Jamie and eventually invited him in for H3 Podcast episode 20. So you take the piss out of him and you have him on your show. That's one way to do it. One way to get the views and the drama, I suppose. During the episode, Ethan tries to pull his virtual signalling bullshit, attempting to shit on Jamie for making fun of niggers. But Jamie, being an actual comedian, easily takes Ethan's shit and turns it into a joke, exposing Ethan for the massive faggot he is. Ethan and Ela are both incredibly shitty towards Jamie for the entire episode. It's basically making it one-sided, in other words. It's like you got to give it like a level head, to be fair. Hear them out, first of all. Mocking him both to his face and behind his back. Yeah, doing it behind someone's back is the coward's way to take the piss out of someone. They even kicked him off halfway through the show because Ethan felt threatened by somebody funnier than him. Jamie has essentially stopped making videos since the shit show, and if you're reading this, Jamie, please start making fun of niggers again. Fucking hell. That's the thing, because technically that's free speech, isn't it? That classes as free speech. John Tron. In March of 20... Oh yeah, by the way, there's no pictures because some reason they've been taken down from the site. I don't know why. When I first bookmarked this article, it had all these pictures, but recently they've all been taken down. No idea why. Ethan's on the case, in other words. In March of 2017, John Tron made a horrible mistake attempting to debate Destiny, the embodiment of soy, and the pure degeneracy himself. After John Tron revealed that he wasn't totally sold on Muslims being allowed free reign of every country on earth, Destiny made him out to be a horrible racist, prompting anti-John Tron shitstorms for months. Yeah, it's like, just because you don't like Muslims doesn't mean you're a racist. You're allowed to not like something. 8 months later, Ethan decides that enough time has passed that it would be safe to have John Tron on the H3 shitcast. During episode 41 on the H3 podcast, John Tron made it very clear that he had been trying the onto the podcast for a long time, and that Ethan has been constantly putting it off despite claiming to be friends with John Tron. Despite John Tron saying several times that he did not want to talk about his past controversy, Ethan consistently pushed him onto the topic, and a fucking dick move right there. Asking question after question. Unsurprisingly, Ethan also made sure to put himself on a pedestal as he shamed John Tron for his actions. John Tron is just one more in a long line of friends Ethan has used before discarding, since he had nothing left to gain from them. Bill Burr. There to promote the newest season of his shitty cartoon series F is for Family, Bill Burr appeared on episode 84 of the H3 podcast. Since Bill Burr is a legitimate comedian / celebrity, he was annoyed by the absolute bullshit quality of Ethan's interview. After Ethan's constant interruptions and retarded questions, Burr eventually snapped and put Ethan in his place. Good for you for doing that, by the way. This podcast is extremely awkward and hard to watch, so don't. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like, since the very beginning, the H3 podcast has been shit. That's why I stopped watching it and unsubscribed to all of his channels, because it just got so fucking boring to me. And he's not a professional podcaster, so it's pointless. Beef with Keemstar and Scarce. After Judy Pie had the audacity to utter the dreaded nigger word, Ethan has decided to capitalise on Judy Pie's fuck up and proceeded to shit all over him for it, at the same time putting himself on the pedestal. Afterwards, some faggot came across the old podcast of Ethan saying nigger faggot. That's iDubbbz's word. That's the word that he used to use. Oh, I bloody miss iDubbbz and his weird unboxing videos. He doesn't really make any videos anymore. Like, rarely makes any videos. Oh, there we go. With Shitdubbbz TV, yeah, iDubbbz TV. Yeah, I do miss iDubbbz's videos. He used to make really good ones. Now he's more than likely documentary sort of things. People rightfully shit on Ethan for being the hypocritical egomaniac he is. But Ethan couldn't take the fathom the possibility that he may have been wrong. Shortly after this, Ethan got incredibly drunk and began shit talking DJ Killer Keemstar as well as Scares for reporting the fact that people were calling Ethan a hypocrite. Skip to 3 hours. Okay, this is basically the podcast that he was on. Despite Keemstar reporting Ethan's drama in an unbiased light, and Scares practically sucking Ethan's cock, Ethan made sure to call both of them news for children, which they're not. They just like YouTube drama news channels, as well as many other things in his incoherent drunken rambles lasting roughly 30 minutes, despite Ethan clearly being in the wrong, as well as the two-faced snake. Ethan doubled down on the entire situation and has never apologised once for it. To this day, Ethan, Klein and Keemstar despise each other and share a little Twitter war every now and again. Just block each other, for fuck's sake. This incident is one of the few times that Ethan let his good guy mask slip, allowing us to see his true face. Ethan Klein is an egotistical, hypocritical piece of shit. You know what? I'm actually guessing that him and his wife like argue all the fucking time, and he's a very shit husband to her, and he's basically groomed her to be a shit wife to him. Like when they got together, they was really nice, and she was like really shy, but then she like got used to being on camera, and they like do. And they've been doing these podcasts ever since, really. So, yeah. I don't know. Ethan's comedy. Ethan, to every other self-proclaimed comedian, which, is there even a good comedian nowadays? I feel all the good comedians has died out, and it all like shit woke leftist prick comedians nowadays. Yeah. Ethan is an unfunny an untalented hack that will spew the same unfunny jokes a million fucking times, although they weren't funny to begin with. His retarded wife, Ela, is trained to laugh every time Ethan so much as speaks, let alone make a joke. Default jokes. I'm a fat fuck lel, vape nesh yo, stolen from Filthy Frank, that you can be sued for that word now. Yelling, sneezing, shitting on people smaller than him, although he will deny this. Talking in a stupid voice, or making up stupid sounding words like a child. That's a Chris Can thing right there. You got the death of the channel right there, but that's from the quartering, and he's a bit of an arsehole as well, I hear. So yeah. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where was we? Oh, there we go. This article in video form. Okay, so it's basically this, isn't it? This video constantly being removed from YouTube. So if it's not available, search for the death of H3HB Productions. Video Vigilante by Gokununo It is speculated that Ethan has sold out, and that he is now receiving protection and special treatment from Susan that herself, the incompetent CEO of YouTube. Yeah, like she really fucked up YouTube, by the way. It's like YouTube's a mess thanks to her. 2020 update. Jesus Christ, what a fucking faggot. I wrote this article last year, and Ethan has done so much gay shit since. I won't even try to expand the article in the same format. Ethan has made some dog shit series of videos on Keemstar in the style of content. Oh god, I saw that. That was fucking terrible. And they had like a video war with each other. It's like, come on, act your age. In the style of content cop, yeah, iDub does better content cops than you. Stop stealing iDub's ideas. But nowhere near the level of quality, see? Side note, fuck Ian Carter for turning into a literal cuck. That is true, like his girlfriend was an OnlyFans cam girl turned out like, and he was supportive of it. This is weird. I used to look up to that faggot. Yeah, it's true, me too, but I'm still subscribed to him. It's like I'm still giving him a chance, still watching his content though, so yeah. Even targeted Keemstar sponsored and got some of them to drop Keemstar. That was a very dick move. I think that was that was like an energy drink powder stuff. I can't remember what it was. It was like a really popular thing. And that was a dick move because that was some of his revenue gone. So yeah, he's not very good, you little Chewy boy. Not very good. If you told me that 4 years ago that Ethan would reach this pathetic level of pathetic, I would not have believed you. What a fucking fat ass pussy. Based Calvin also come back and has made billion Ethan for being made billion Ethan for being a faggot, the very foundation of his channel. It is glorious. Thank you so much, Calvin, for being the only creator I looked up to as a kid that didn't turn into a colossal faggot. God bless you, you blue, beautiful, smooth-skinned faggot. Fucking hell. I don't know who that is, by the way. Right, Ethan Klein is a part of a series on YouTube. Ethan Klein is a part of a series on YouTube Ranters. Ethan Klein is part of a series on Trolls. Ethan Klein is part of a series on Jews. There's nothing really inherently wrong with being a cuckold because Ethan Klein is part of the best series in the universe. Oh. Right. That was it for this little video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Tomorrow I'll have another review. I've got two products to review left, so I'm going to space them out a bit, but you'll get the next one tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and left hand side of the screen, if you want to, you can support me. My information's up there, and I'll see you guys next time.